The morning of my blinding began like any other. I was in the first grade, 6 years of age, perhaps 7, at the ultra-Orthodox yeshiva of Spring Valley, in a town in rural New York named Monsey, waiting for class to begin. Some boys stood at the back of the classroom, laughing and joking and flipping baseball cards. Others sat on the floor and played kugelach, the Jewish version of jacks. Suddenly the door flew open, and a bearded man in a long black coat hurried in. He sat down and flipped open the very old black book that lay on his desk. The pages were yellowed. The cover was frayed. It was held together with duct tape along its spine. Then he blinded me. The way he blinded me was this. He blinded me with a story. The story he blinded me with is called Fe. Fe was the first story I was ever told. I was told Fe before Cinderella, and before Frog and Toad, before Winnie the Pooh, and before Peter Rabbit, before the Berenstain Bears, and before the Three Little Pigs. Rabbis tell this story. Their rabbis told it to them. Priests tell this story, pastors tell this story, imams tell this story. The story is told by thousands of people to thousands of other people, thousands of times a day, in thousands of different forms. The book from which the original story derives is the oldest, most influential book of stories ever written, so influential that even people who weren't told the story know the story. Soon, they end up telling it too. It was, the storytellers said, the story of me. It was, the storytellers said, the story of all human beings. This is how it goes. Fe. Once upon a time, there was a man named God who was perfect and never wrong. One day, he created Earth. He liked Earth very much. He liked the land and he liked the sea. He liked the trees and he liked the grass. He liked the moon and he liked the stars. He liked the birds and he liked the beasts. Every day, after creating something, God would stand back, wipe his hands on his smock, and say, "It is good." So proud was God of his work that he called the angels Gabriel and Elijah over to see it. "What's that?" they asked. "That's the aurora borealis," said God. "Amazing," they said. "What's that?" "That's the Grand Canyon." "Spectacular," they said. "What's that?" "That's a field of dew-dusted lavender bellflowers awakening in the early morning sun." "Breathtaking," they said. That was Thursday. On Friday, God created man. Man wasn't great. He wasn't even good. Supplies were low. All God had left was some dirt. He made man out of dirt. "What do you call that?" the angels asked, unable to hide their disdain for the hideous lumpen mass laid out on God's workbench. "Man," said God. "So you're his father?" asked Gabriel. "Kinda," said God. "Who's his mother?" asked Elijah. "It's complicated," said God. "What's that?" asked Gabriel. "A penis," said God. The angels shrugged. "Meh," said Elijah. "Feh," said Gabriel. "It needs work," said Elijah. "It needs pants," Gabriel replied. God wasn't crazy about man either. In the entire story of the beginning of the earth and the universe and all that is in it, man was the only creation after which God did not say, "It is good." He didn't say anything. He said bupkis. Bupkis is Yiddish for nothing. How do we know how God felt about his son? Here's a clue. He named him Adam, from the Hebrew word Adama, which means dirt. He named his son Dirt. Dirt wasn't happy in God's world. Dirt had nothing to do. Dirt was lonely. Before long, Dirt was getting on God's nerves.